The landlord is using the services of a professional psychopath and career hate stalking asswipe who, according to her handler, Oleg Ilisev at the Greenville Group, is a very talented hacker who can hack into anything. Irizarry seems to focus exclusively on harassing and stalking other females and appears to also be getting sponsored by the Greenville Group to engage in electronic hacking and interference of any type of communication I'm trying to engage in regarding court issues with the landlord. And right now I'm trying to print out documents to bring to the courthouse tomorrow morning against the landlord. And what do you know? This isn't working. My code and this entire screen, check this out. Yeah, nothing's going through. I have a retrieval code to print out my documents. Look, nothing's going through. It is frozen. And this has been going on for an hour. It was working fine the first couple of times I actually tried to print something out on here, and now it's just completely useless. The screen is frozen, the keys don't work, the numbers are not being typed into the field, so that I can't enter the code to print out my documents that I need to bring to the housing court tomorrow against my landlord. This happens almost every single time I try to do anything against the landlord, including sending emails to the court. The emails don't get sent. They get stuck in the outbox, even though there's no major attachment to any of those emails. They just sit in the outbox and then they never get sent. So fortunately, there are other ways of printing this document other than using a retrieval code and trying to hammer numbers into a touch screen that has suddenly become frozen each time I've tried to use it over the last hour. Today is Sunday, November 3rd. It is right around 5:30 p.m. And I've been trying to print out documents on this lovely printing machine now for over an hour. And each time I try to type in a retrieval code, the retrieval code does not get typed in because the screen isn't working very conveniently. The screen was working just fine the first couple of times I tried to print stuff out, because apparently the landlord's paid and sponsored cybercriminal and hate stalking asswipe wasn't aware that I was trying to print out documents to take against the landlord to court tomorrow. But now that she's aware that I'm acting against her employer, the Greenville Group, she is now somehow managing to remotely disable this machine. Irizarry literally physically follows me around wherever I go. That's apparently what she's getting paid to do, because I have been acting in a legal capacity against my landlord, a crooked Russian slumlord with verifiable business enterprises in Russia, for 10 years now. So 10 years ago, they literally sicked this cyber criminal, hate stalking psychopath on me. And this is the kind of stuff that's been going on ever since. So I can't enter my retrieval code right now to print out the documents that I need to submit to the housing court to file a case against my landlord tomorrow in court. So you're seeing this happening right here. It is not imaginary. It happens every single time I try to do anything electronic against the landlord in court. Yeah. Okay, there we go. So I'm now going to have to end the session because the screen just completely blanked out. And I can't print out the documents that I was going to bring to the housing court tomorrow to file a lawsuit against the landlord. What a convenience that the screen that was working just fine an hour ago is now suddenly completely dysfunctional, and you can't even type in any numbers to print out any documents. That is not an accident, folks. It's been going on for over an hour when the screen was working just fine. And I've seen other people using this machine, and they seem to be able to use it without any issues. So fortunately, I did manage to print out a couple of documents regarding the landlord, and I will bring those documents to court with me tomorrow. But the last two that I was trying to print out, actually the last four, I haven't been able to print out because the code is suddenly not able to be entered into the touch screen, because the touch screen has suddenly started to electronically malfunction, as you just saw. And that just started happening approximately 50 minutes ago when Greenville's obsessive, psychotic, hate stalking career cybercriminal named Irizarry started apparently catching on that I was printing out documents against her employer to take to court tomorrow. So fortunately, the documents that I actually do need to bring to court tomorrow, which are time sensitive, including this one right here, I did manage to print out. Those were the first two that I printed out, and those were working just fine on the machine that I just illustrated the screen malfunction is occurring on. a few minutes ago. But now that I'm trying to print out additional documents over the last 45, 50 minutes, that machine suddenly froze up and became completely unusable. And this is something that happens every single time I try to do anything electronic regarding a legal case with the landlord, because they're crooked Russian slumlords who use hackers to do their dirty work, and they're not afraid to admit it. Oleg Alisiev, the property manager, has repeatedly praised the cybercrime abilities of Jasmine Irizarry, who isn't his employee verifiably, and has made comments on social media about her criminal abilities, because she seems to be very proud of the fact that she's able to hack into things and contaminate water. And what else did she say she was using? Oh, yeah, the directed energy device. She's admitted to using that, saying, oh, it's not even that hard, or she doesn't have it on that high, or something like that. Something admitting to using a directed energy device that she is apparently not using as strongly as she could. So, when the person that you have suspected is being paid to electronically harass you in whatever way she can for 10 years by your crooked landlord admits to doing exactly what you're saying she's doing on social media, well, then, there you go. Crooked Russian slumlord. Hackers, well, it's like milk and cookies, isn't it?